we're getting in some incline walking. And while I get in some incline walking, allow me to walk you through a little bit of a recap of the weekend because it was a little crazy, a little hectic. So we had to pivot, and now I bring everything to you via this incline walk. So let me pull up some of the previous happenings. So Saturday, this right here is me coming back from a 4.1 mile jog and walk. It was not planned, this was unplanned, but it was a good challenge, and there was the opportunity for me to create the challenge for myself to go on this jog. I jogged about 3 miles, walked about 1 mile. So I kind of just split it up. Pretty dang good pace. I think I was down near 12 minutes a mile, which is insane. And obviously, if I was to do 3 miles straight, I doubt I'd hit that pace, just because not only waiting at lights, but the walking in between, like, kept me fresh, and it just felt really good the whole time. But I should have been a little bit smarter about it, and that's on me. I should have stretched a little more for sure, and considered the fact that I was kind of starting to feel some heel stuff going on, a little bit of plantar fascia, which is just flaring up of it. I believe it's the tendon. Maybe it's a ligament. Tendon. Yeah. In the heel, kind of in the sole of the foot, and it kind of wraps around and kind of affects the whole lower area. And so I was feeling that just a little bit, nothing crazy. I was like, a little tight. It'll be fine. It was not fine. I aggravated that a ton doing all that running. Flared up quite a bit from that, like just crazy exertion out of nowhere. So not the best, but not the worst, because I'd do it again. I would, because it was awesome to push myself that hard and get a pretty favorable result. I mean, like, I really did get after it. So awesome way to start it. Crazy calories, and that was like my cardio prep for the gym. Previously I was just gonna hit the bike for like 30 minutes or something, but this, huge. So headed into the gym, and previously I was planning on doing more dynamic movement and stuff, like I'm a little bit more of an athletic kind of circuit training, just to show you guys like how I torch calories in the gym when I'm doing more functional athletic stuff, as opposed to what we typically see in the hypertrophy training. So that was the original plan, but with hitting 4 miles and having the lower body pretty gassed out, I decided to go change it up. And so again, pivot, perfectly fine. Instead, I decided to do a full upper body day, everything else, because we already gassed out lower body. So I'm supersetting here, one of my absolute favorite strategies for getting in the gym and burning the calories, even when I'm only strength training, hypertrophy training, lifting weights. So superset number 1, I'm starting with the bigger muscle groups, the back and the chest. Here, just hitting an absolute classic lat pull downs, one of my absolute favorites. I just love the amount of control you can get in it. The stretch, if you let it just genuinely get up there, beautiful. And then learning to really retract the scaps has been something I've worked on a ton over the past year, and it's made a huge difference. Like, my back's really blowing up, and I've made a ton more progress, ton more separation, ton more muscle building. And so that's set number 1. Now we're moving immediately over to chest. I decided to change it up because I've been doing a lot of bench, a lot of dumbbell incline, some flat. So I decided, let's go machine, just genuinely change it up. It's been ages since I've hit this specific one. One of my favorites, because you can set those handles back and it makes you have to like super stretch out to reach them. So this one, I can always feel it just opening up my chest, stretching it out. And it's a really good focus, because one of the big things I learned is pushing my upper back against the bench there, and it just locks it in. A ton of emphasis on the chest, Like sometimes testicles are on fire with this one. So we're going back and forth here. I'm hitting 2 sets of everything. So well, not immediately. Take a lap, grab some water, and then we're hitting set number 2 on this first superset. Getting back over to lat pull downs, and then again, immediately back over to the chest machine. Just to absolutely fry out chest, back, get those 2 checked off the list. And then we're moving over to arms now. So I'm hitting biceps, triceps, because we just fried out chest and back. Just a little bit, 2 sets, going hard, getting in there. And this is a superset inside of the superset. I know that's crazy, but I want to show you guys one of my absolute favorites. This is one of my favorite bicep moves for supersetting. I start off with just a traditional bicep curl, barbell. In my opinion, the barbell is important. It makes me feel it a little bit more with the superset in particular. So I'm hitting this like 8 to 10 or so, using a lighter weight than I normally would. I believe this was only a 50. And so we're hitting that, getting pretty close to gassing out, maybe like 1 in the tank, a partial in the tank, and then immediately moving to drag curls. Right here, dragging, keeping it a little more close, tucked into the body, but still thinking about the actual curling motion. I'm not bringing it back here, pinching the scaps. It's about that drag with the curl. Like, yes, the elbows shoot back, but it's not about retracting the back and everything. So that's my absolute favorite. It gets my biceps freaking screaming. And then another classic that I haven't really done recently is tricep pushdown. Everybody knows this one, absolute classic. When I have the rope, I'll usually go a touch lighter, and the big focus will be at the bottom. If you see me opening it up, not like literally like this, but across my body, opening up, spreading the ropes out, just to make sure I'm really pushing down and forcing that contraction, just pushing real hard. And it's one of my favorite ways to really get after triceps when I'm using the rope attachment. If I'm just going for genuine strength or just looking to push some crazy weight, I'll grab like a V-bar or something like that that's more sturdy, even one of those straight bars, and use that for like extra control, extra leverage, just to make sure I'm exerting full force into that push down. And then superset those 2 together, take a walk, grab some water, hit set number 2 here. Let's see, oh yeah, we were hitting 50s. So yeah, hitting 50s, starting off with that regular curl. You can see like in space, the elbows are kind of locked for the normal curl, but then you'll see as soon as I start closing in on my last few reps, switching to that drag curl, you'll notice that the elbow doesn't stay locked in space anymore. It shoots back, and I'm still focusing on supinating that wrist, keeping it at least neutral at the very least. I'm not trying to go like this, and it's easy to do that on this one because you're so tucked in. So you just gotta really focus on keeping that wrist nice and even at the least. Some people even push back a little bit with the supination, and then supersetting right into tricep pushdowns again. And with the limited rest in between, jumping back and forth to the supersets, like depending on how crazy you're going, and if you're really getting after it, and if you're walking in between, like I've seen it boost my calories by 50 to almost 200 calories compared to normal if I was to just sit and kind of gather my breath and everything. Like there's a time and a place when you do take that time to sit and relax, but like in the case of trying to burn some calories and keep that calorie deficit just plunging down, you want to limit that rest. Just keeps the heart rate elevated. The walking keeps the heart rate elevated, keeps you burning calories in between. You can still catch your breath. It's not about absolutely huffing and puffing the entire time. Like the walking allows you to gather yourself, but you're still being active, you're still getting after it. And so that's been a huge, huge hack for me. If you haven't tried it, I'd at least give it a try. Very worth it. All right, and we of course can't forget about abs. Gotta have some abs in there. Can't just hit chest, back, and arms. This is where it all started for me, honestly. It was one of the very first machines I used, and it helped me build a good basis of like thicker muscle, like the hypertrophy side of this. Biggest thing I'm always thinking about with this one is like, especially when you're overweight and you have the stomach, you know, when you like fold over and you get the rolls on your stomach, like thinking about that curl up to cause those rolls, like that's the curling motion that you want. You don't want to just be a V closing up, because then you're focusing more on the hips than on the abs. So like almost pulling the chest down and in to some degree, or like thinking about pulling the belly button like in and back. That curling motion took like all my ab moves to the next level, because I used to have a habit of kind of just doing that hinge. And yeah, you can feel it in the abs, but you're really bringing some focus away when you do that. And then I believe this is last but not least, yeah. So this was kind of a superset, honestly. Like this is well into the workout, so I'm not so worried because my heart rate's already elevated. I've been getting after it for probably 20-30 minutes by now. So I figured we'd hit some shoulders as well. So I just wanted to do a seated shoulder press. I guess this is more of a military press, strict form. And so I'm grabbing the 80 barbell and hitting some good old-fashioned shoulder press, military press. And this is one like I do it every now and again. I do enjoy this because of the weight, and I don't know if it's the seated position or what, but it really gets me firing on the delts. So this is one of my absolute favorites, actually, besides like lateral raises. Probably my next favorite, especially the cable variation, because that's just constantly pulling at you, so time under tension maxed. Whew. And then to finish it off, we of course got one more set of abs, one more set of shoulders, and then that's it, you know. That's a quick run through of everything. Just getting a good little workout in, and now we've hit full body in a single day. And going into this, I kind of felt the tightness in the calf, things like that. I didn't really suspect it to be that crazy, but afterwards I was definitely very, very tightened up. Had to gingerly walk on the right side. It was whatever was hitting the worst. So I put together a little bit of a like rehab program for myself, because I want this gone. I want to go on ASAP so I can get back to it, do whatever I want. I want to bring that athletic side to it. So with how it's feeling, I mean, it's much better now. You can see me walking and I'm going after it. But sooner or later I need the impact side of things as well. Like I need to be able to move and take that shock again without worrying about flaring it up. So I've been putting it together. It's been working. I feel much better. Usually when I wake up, first like, I don't know, 20 steps of the day, very ginger, kind of hurt. Now I get up and like, yeah, it's a little tight, I need to stretch it out, but huge progress in like less than a week. So getting after it, rebuilding, and not only was I already rebuilding everything, but now literally building from the ground up everything. So I'm hoping here soon, unstoppable. Whew. And then this was the end of the day. 16,000 steps. Let's go. And almost 1,600 calories. So doubling the daily goal. And sometimes I get after it like this. Like sometimes things just chain together. Sometimes I got this activity, that activity, gym, a walk, a jog, and some days are just calorie burning machines. But I mean, this is how quickly it can all come together, you know? Like, what was the workout on this one? We got like 33 minutes of workout, 200 more calories, and then the 400 and 60 from before. So like that was 600 right there. And then with how long of a jog that was, I have put myself into, what is that? Dang it, I can't remember what it's called. Something. PMON. I don't know. It's like post-exercise oxygen something. Deprivation? PMOD? I don't know. I'll put it up on the screen. But essentially, because you've done so much exertion for an extended period of time, usually about that 40 to hour mark, you put yourself in like an oxygen deficit, and so your body actually like continues to pull in a ton, and your body continues to work even when you're sitting relaxing. So between ending the jog and driving over to the gym and everything, like I'm still burning calories. And then prior to all of that, I was already doing like chores and stuff, so moving around literally the entire day. And if that isn't a big lesson in the entirety of this, I think understanding that just being up and active, moving, doesn't matter what it is. If you could do that for like the weekend, dude, you're gonna burn so many calories. And I don't care if it's like just cleaning up the house, yard work, walking around the parks, going hiking, going to the beach, running around, playing. Like, I'm telling you, that movement is the secret. So that's how it went. That's how the story goes. Huge day, good workout, crazy cardio, huge PR set, higher standard for next time. Maybe we take on slowly. I'll get back into the running, but still lots of talk from my buddies about doing like a Spartan race or something like that, so that could be in the future. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna finish this up. Get you guys next time. Whew, lean down continues. What are we down now? Man, since the start, we're looking really good. I think we were down 7 or 8 pounds last time we checked, and that was in like 6 weeks. So just got to keep it up, get after it. I'm looking to lose at least 10 more. I'm thinking 15-ish, maybe 20 tops, I imagine. But I guess we'll see when we get there, right? So that's the plan for now. Let's go.